there, good looking. Join me for this specially designed workout that is going to focus on the inner thighs and your outer hip. No equipment is needed. Unless you're on a hard surface, you might want a mat. You ready? Let's go get warmed up. Hi there, I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com as well as over50fitness.co. That's right, I am part of 2 different platforms. Now listen, if you are watching this on YouTube, click that subscribe button so we can keep training together. If you are enjoying this ads-free on my Over 50 Fitness platform, then hey, head to the private community after this workout so we can chat about what you thought of it. Now, this is also day 3 of our 10-day Booty Love Leg Challenge if you're part of that. So, shall we get warmed up? Awesome. Let's take the feet shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out, push your hips rearward while the arms come forward, and just get into a squat. Now, we're warming up, so don't go too deep. We'll work on the depth as we get more warm in the knees and the hip joint. So we have 16 exercises to do, and yes, as mentioned, no equipment is required, and because this is part of the 10-day Booty Love and Leg Challenge, we are hitting at the booty, so in particular the outer hip, and then we are also taking a focus on the inner thigh. Last 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. Awesome. I want you to have the feet together, give yourself some room to one side, step outside lunge. If you can, reach across, tap the toe with the opposite hand. Good job. Your bum's being pushed rearward and keep yourself squared to me. Nice. This is going to warm up the hips some more, the inner thigh. Last 4. One more. Beautiful. Now don't go anywhere. This leg that was stepping out, I want you to bend at the knee now and perform some fire hydrant standing. So if you need to hold on to something, go for it. But I would like you to find your balance, which I'm completely lacking at the moment, by focusing maybe on something stationary while we warm up the hips here. So this side glute med is being warmed up because we're moving the leg. This side glute med, as well as right down the leg area, is being warmed up because we're using it to stabilize. Last 4, 3, good job. 1 more. Or 1 more. I can't count, can I? No, I can't. Here we go. Side leg. If you've been with me for a while, yeah, the consensus was probably about 20 years ago. I can't count. And I've said this before on my workouts. I can't count. I talk. I lose track of counting. And I used to be in charge of my own books for my business, my bookkeeping. Now I've outsourced that. I shouldn't be anywhere near numbers. Last 4. I'm going to have the government come after me. 2 more. Last 1. Excellent. Now we're taking this leg, all right? So bend at the knee, stabilize on this leg, and lift it. Focus your stare on something stationary. That will help immensely with your balance. You're really gripping and rooting yourself with this foot, and then lifting this hip up, trying to go laterally to the body, not behind. 4 more. Last 1. Excellent. All right, some big hip circles for me. We have 4 aside. Make them big, and then we will get right into this workout. 1 more. Excellent. Other side. Here we go. Make them big. Good. 1 more. Excellent. All right, if you need a sip of water, now is the time to do it, because once we get going, we are going. All right, so wet your whistle. As mentioned, 16 movements, 2 rounds, 40 seconds are on the clock. We're doing a series of standing and then down on the mat. And our focus, you're going to feel your outer hips and your inner thighs. I'm going to push my timer. We have 10 seconds to get set up. Now I'd like you to go wide with this and then turn your toes out. So it's a plie squat. All right, now when you bend down for the squat, knees track with toes. Ready? Go. So we go wide Great English. Please go wide with your stance and the knees track with the toes. Now, the wider we go and the more we externally rotate the toes out, the more we're going to get into the inner thigh with that external rotation and then wider into the glutes. So a narrow stance squat will hit more quad. The wider we go, the more hamstrings and glutes we incorporate. Now, we're keeping ourselves fairly upright in the upper body. Going down as low as you feel comfortable. Ideally, we're trying to get those hamstrings of yours parallel to your ground. But again, play around with it, right? Everybody's knees are different, range of motion's different. All right, now take it down for me, all right, and just pulse it. Yes, so we're just holding this. Now take a peek. Are those knees still tracking with the toes? So don't let them cave in. Beautiful. Whew. Now, this is warming up the legs pretty damn quickly. When we've completed 40 seconds here, some side lunges will be in your future. Just little pulses. Come on, don't come out of it. I know, I've kind of want to as well, but don't. We only have 20 seconds left. We got this. Nice and tall in the posture. Breathe. I don't think anybody's ever died from a plie squat pulse, so we're good. We're okay. 5 more seconds. That was motivating, wasn't it? 3, 2, time. Woo! All right, here we go. So we are stepping out with the side lunge. So follow me, mirror me. Step out, side lunge. Now come up and take this leg and lead with the heel and give me a cross body kick. All right, step out, cross. Now, if you can, try not to have this foot touch the ground in between. So you've got that option. You can kickstand it down to where we started and then lead with the heel and perform your kick. Now, just like warm up, you want to keep yourself square to me. You are bending just this leg here, other one stays straight, and your toes, knees, hips, and shoulders are right to me, okay? Good job. So that kick going across the body, working inner thigh. One more. Time. All right, so same thing other side, all right? So you'll step out, good, and then lead with the heel and kick. You can kickstand down, go anytime you want. So I just call this a sweep. When you do the sweep, I want you to think about leading with your heel. That's going to get that inner thigh engaged a bit more. Now we're on all fours for our next movement. Great. Now play around with your depth. And if you are going to go deeper, that means you need to step out more laterally here so that knee stays behind your toe box. Whoop. I don't have any balance today. It's going to be one of those kind of workouts. One more. Time. All right, let's get yourself down. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Flex the left foot. Bring that left inside of the knee up and down. Now, when I do a fire hydrant, I also like to come onto the opposite forearm. So I'm dropping on my right forearm now, and I'm angling it so that it's the same angle as the top of my mat. This is how I prefer to do fire hydrants. You play around with your body positioning. I don't want you to feel this in your low back though. So if you do, I recommend dropping down on the one forearm. So my left hand is on the ground. Woo! I'm feeling the opposite hip for sure. Time. Now don't go anywhere. We're still staying with that left side. If you know me, you know I like to keep on hitting the same group. Now lift that leg up and bring it over the calf and back to knees together. Let's try that again. Up, over your back calf, and up and over. So we're moving a bit on an angle as we drop down towards the outside of that right calf of yours. Belly button drawn in towards the spine. That's going to help fire up your transverse, deep abdominal muscle. So if you're feeling it in your low back, we need to get that belly button drawn in. Bracing through that core. 10 more seconds. And then the other side for fire hydrant. Time. All right, other side. I'm just going to turn around so that my working leg is facing you. All right? If you'd like, come down on that left forearm now. Rotate it and lift that right leg up. Now you're bringing that leg right up to the side of the body, not behind. And yes, this leg is going to fatigue faster because it was helping us when stabilizing when we were doing the left leg. So if you start to feel it about now, that's normal. Just hang in there. Lots of empathy over here, isn't it? That's normal. Just keep going. Your leg fell off, totally normal, all right? Just work around it. Don't stop. Going up and over the calf of this right leg. All right, here we go. Brace through that core, flex that right foot, and up and over. Woo, baby. Knees come back together. So the inside knees are going to come back together. When we come to that start, finish the rep, and then back up and over. If you find that you are overarching your low back, you can come down onto both forearms. When the timer goes, I'd love for you to lie on your left side. Yes, I'm being very bossy on what side you're on, just so I can cue you the best. Time. All right, left side. And lie right down for me. You can bring the feet ahead of you ever so slightly. All right, now push the top leg into the bottom and lift them up. Bring the hand in front to help balance you. So by pushing with that top leg, your right leg, you're working that left inner thigh a bit more. We also get a bit of core here. Now, if you find that, oh boy, PJ, this is killing my hip, I want you to roll back a bit onto the meaty part of the glute. But this is a sideline double leg lift to hit your left adductor inner thigh. And if you're doing a good job of pushing down on that top foot, you're going to feel that inner thigh. Woo, it feels good. Last couple here, and then we're going to keep the inner thigh love going. Time. All right. Woohoo. Now you can take this leg, step it over. All right, flex your bottom leg. So we're still on that left leg. Lead with the heel and lift. Woo. Now you can roll back onto your butt too if you're feeling it in the hip. Or if you've got a mat, maybe double it up. That might be more comfortable if you're on hardwood floor or tile. Tile, you would really want to double up your mat. Lead with the heel. So this is why I've asked you to step this leg over. We could do it this way. However, some people can turn their toe up. And once we turn the toe up, we don't get the adductor fired up as well as we could if we keep that foot level with your ceiling. Woo, let's do one more here. Time. Holy moly. All right, I want you to bend that left leg now. Go back down onto the ground. Straighten that top leg. Push it behind you, lead with the heel, and lift that heel up. So outer leg lift. Now we're hitting that right side. Now here's a couple of cues I want you to take a look so that we can get the most out of the glute meat on this right side. First, that leg is straight and you've pushed the heel behind you, so you're in what we call hip extension. Second, you're going to push this top hip forward a bit. Yeah, so you're rolling forward. Perfect. If you have a hard time with this positioning, that just is telling us, me, that you have tight hip flexors. So we need to stretch those. Keep going. Should be feeling this outer hip area. Good job. Last two. One more. Excellent. Now bring the knees in, okay? And now elevate the feet up in the air. Your heels are touching. The inside of your foot is touching. Good. Now lift just the knee up. So elevated clam. Your feet are staying elevated. The inside edges of your feet are touching, and you're rotating, externally rotating that hip to lift the knee up, hitting that outer hip here. Now, when the timer goes, we're on our right side for the double leg lift. So we've got that whole series to do on the other side. Woo! Hips are getting warm. How about you? Yeah. Time. Woo! All right, here we go. So other side. Legs are straight. All right. Bring them forward slightly. Maybe roll on that back glute and lift. Now, you're going to let that top leg, so now our left leg, drop right into that right one so we can get that inner thigh fired up. This bottom hip feels bruised. Does it for you as well? All that work we did on it, now we're putting pressure on it. It's good times, isn't it? If you're part of the 10-day Booty Love Challenge, you just wait. This is day 3. I got 7 more days of fun for you. Time. Woo! All right, now you're going to take that leg, step it over. You can come up on the forearm, flex the foot, and leading with the heel, lift up. Good. Your knee can be slightly bent on this right side that we're focused now on that inner thigh on the right. So again, we want to kind of lead with the heel, keeping that foot fairly even and parallel with our ceiling and floor. Be aware too that you're not sinking in this bottom shoulder. Create some length and some space between your ear and the shoulder. Outer hip leg lifts coming up for this left side in 10 seconds. Give me one more. Beautiful. All right, so now we can bend that bottom leg. I like it bent for this exercise. I find I can hold my balance better. Turn that top hip forward, push the leg back, lead with the heel, and lift. So once again, we want the glute med activated. So that means we need to be in a bit of hip extension. We need to lead with the heel, and that top hip is rolled forward. A lot of instructors teach this move on YouTube, and it drives me nuts because they don't cue it properly. So I want to make sure, all right, so I want you to muscle memory this form, all right? So if you do other workouts, if you decide you're going to cheat on me and go and do other workouts, you know the form, all right? You know what you're doing. Here we go. Bring the knees in. Elevate the feet. You're going to keep those feet together, and now lift and open. Because where a limb is in space will impact what muscle you're working out. So if your toe is turned up, we're not going to hit that glute med as much. If you're not in hip extension, we won't get the best glute med activation. So there's all these little tricks, all right, and tips so that you get the most out of the exercise. Because you're here for results, aren't you? I hope so, and I want to give them to you. Now, this is our last one. We're taking it back to the top. Time right here with the plie squat. Remember that one? Yeah. So we want wide, toes turned out. Think ballerina. Knees track with toes. Upper body's fairly upright. Hands can be wherever the heck you want them. I'm going to place mine here. 40 seconds, and then we hold and pulse. So I want you plied so much that you kind of feel like you're losing your balance. So really externally rotate through the hips so we can get those glutes fired up more and get those inner thighs of yours fired up some more. So when we hear the timer, let's do 2 more of these and then we'll hold it down to pulse, all right? So right here, we got 2 more. 1 more. Good, now bring it down and pulse. Good. Now, don't let yourself rest on the hands, all right? So if you find that you were resting too much on those thighs, get those hands off of those thighs. Woo, baby. I'm losing my balance. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. Remember, we don't think anyone's ever died from this exercise. There's your motivation. Woo! Step outside lunge coming up in 10 seconds. Come on, thighs. Talk to those legs of yours. Tell them they got 10 seconds in them. They can do it. Time. Woo, baby. All right, mirror me. All right, we're stepping out with this leg. Give me a side lunge. Good. Now, if you like, tap the toe and then add that sweep. If you don't want to Tap the toe if you want to challenge the balance more. Swing that leg, sweeping it across the midline of your body, once again leading with that heel. Now the rest of you is square to your screen, square to me. So don't rotate to this leg. I see that a lot with side lunges. Keep yourself square to me. That protects the knees, and your bum is being pushed rearward. Now, if you have sensitive knees, just don't take it down as deep and focus more on this sweep action. One more. Time. All right, we need room on the other side. So same thing, kickstand that leg if you need to. Start with the side lunge. Good. Lead with the heel, sweep. Good. Pretend you're playing soccer. My husband would be rolling his eyes right now. He plays soccer, I don't. He'd probably be telling me, this is not how you play soccer, PJ. The most soccer I watch is Ted Lasso. That's the only soccer I watch. Fire hydrants, left side in about 10 seconds. Time. All right, so fire hydrant, left side. So maybe you're like me and you like to be on that right forearm. Flex the left foot, lift it up laterally. Good job. You're trying to get the inside of that left knee parallel to your floor, and then bring the knees back together. If you're resting on this right forearm, rotate it so the forearm's the same length of your mat as the top of your mat. And we're keeping it extra spicy on the outer hips with this series, aren't we? Woo! Last two. One more. Good job. All right, you're either on your hands or on both forearms. Belly button drawn in the spine, left leg goes up and then over that right calf. So think of that right calf as a hurdle. And that left knee is trying to go up and over it. So no, you're not going to touch the ground with that on that right side of the calf, but you will feel the outer edge of that calf as you drop your left knee down. One more. Time. All right. We're lying on the left side, yeah? Yeah? Oh no, we're doing the right side. Oh my goodness, PJ. Here we go. I'm just turning around. Here we go. I'm on my left forearm, fire hydrant, right leg. Yeah, I know. I just had a brain fart on camera. If you are with me, if you work out with me on a regular basis, you know these moments happen quite often. I don't do much editing, as you can see on my videos. If I make a mistake, I don't think you'll be offended as long as I get us back on track as soon as I realize my mistake. I marvel. Time. Hands underneath the shoulders or on both forearms. Here we go. Right foot up and over. I marvel at YouTube instructors and other instructors that seem to do their workouts without any hiccups. And they can count. I don't know, I think they're machines. Or they're not in their 50s. Because your brain just goes a little different when you're in your 50s. Can't wait till my 60s. I say that sarcastically. Whoo, baby. Almost there. Time. All right, line on that left side. Double leg lift. All right, roll onto that meaty part of that bottom leg. Here we go. Lift up. Good. So try to just let that right leg drop into the bottom leg. So we can feel that bottom inner thigh fire up to lift up, while that top leg provides resistance to do so. And again, I'm rolled back onto this left glute a bit, so I'm not right on my hip bone. Time. Whew. Step that top leg. All right. Flex that bottom leg. Lead with the heel, lift up. Holy moly. Now you want that space, right, where the ear and the shoulder is. Good. Yeah, had I known in my 20s that that was the swiftest I was ever going to be, I would have really cherished those moments. You know, where you always remember stuff and you're on top of things. Yeah, I would have really cherished those moments a lot more. So if you are in your 20s and you're doing this workout, cherish it. Cherish it, my dear. Please. One more. Time. Woo. All right, now outer leg lift. We stay on this side though, but now we're turning the work into that right leg. Hip forward, right leg back, lead with the heel. I also would have cherished my eyesight a lot more, respected it, thanked it on a regular basis, because reading glasses suck. There are some women, though, that look damn good in reading glasses. I need to find out where they're buying their reading glasses. Time. All right. Knees are bent. Let's elevate those feet. Okay, feet stay together. Lift that top knee up. Yeah, if you share down below a website of cool looking reading glasses, please share. Don't keep that to yourself. You share. Share with the rest of womankind. But yeah, I miss being able to read food labels effortlessly. Oh. But mind you, the wisdom that we gain through the years does definitely compensate what we do lose. Time. Woo! All right, double leg lift. And my hope is I can get you just as fit or fitter than you were in your 20s and 30s. Here we go, lift. I know I'm a little slower in my 50s, but I'm still just as fit. It just takes me a little longer to get there, but I still am lifting heavier than I did in my 30s. So we can be fitter, stronger in our 50s, 60s, and 70s. But we got to be consistent, you guys. Time. Woo! Here we go. Top leg. You can't willy-nilly it anymore. Ready? And lift. You also can't just choose random workouts. That's not going to get you towards your goal. For a beginner, random workouts done 3 or 4 times a week, you're going to see some mad results. But after a month, we'll stop seeing those results. You have to follow a program and a plan. And learn progressive overload, how to keep challenging the muscles. Whew. And if you need a plan, we have Over 50 Fitness, or if you want to stay on YouTube, we have Patreon. All the info's down below. You check it out after the workout. Here we go. Leg lift, left leg, bend your bottom. Hip forward, left leg back, lead with the heel, go. this little body weight series. I'd love for you to favorite it as well if you're on YouTube. Over 50 Fitness, it's easy to favorite. This way, you'll have something to do when you're traveling. If you're on the road, if you're visiting family and they don't have equipment, you can still get some mini workouts in. So again, we keep being consistent no matter where you are in the world. Time. Bend the knees. Elevate the feet. Top knee lifts and lower. Go. This is our last exercise. And then we will stretch it out. Last couple here, come on. Time, woo! All right, on your back, pull both knees into your chest. Oh, maybe rock the knees side to side. Do what you've got to do to help release the low back as well as stretch into the glutes. All right, rock yourself up into a seated position. Bring the hands behind you. Left ankle over right thigh, and then walk that right foot towards the bum and press yourself towards your shin. Now flex that left foot, that's going to protect the knee. And you should feel that left hip and glute. Shoulders away from the earlobes. Now if you'd like, you can add a little movement to this, and all you'll simply do is think about a windshield wiper and windshield wiper that right knee side to side. And that's going to create some movement into the left hip for you. And then find stillness again. Now allow that left foot to come down all the way to the ground. Did you see that? Yeah? Good. Take the right hand, grab onto the outside of your knee if you're able to. If not, use your hand or wrap your hand right around. Left hand behind you to help sit yourself right up. Pull that knee in towards the right armpit. Look over that left shoulder. Get a spinal twist while we stretch further into that left glute. Couple more breaths. And release. All right, here we go. Right leg now over left thigh. Again, walk that left foot in towards the bum and then press yourself up, into towards your shin. If it's too much, just walk that foot away from your hip. You can also walk your hands closer towards you, pressing your chest closer to that shin. Now flex that right foot, protect the knee. Feel that release now into that deep hip muscle, your piriformis in this right side. And then if you'd like to add movement, windshield wiper your left knee, and that's going to pull that right leg across, getting some movement into that right hip. Now find stillness. Drop the foot right down. I'm just going to turn my body a bit so I can face you. Now that left arm's going to come around or grab on to the shin. Other hand behind you to sit up nice and tall. Lift up, pull that knee in towards your left armpit and look over that right shoulder. And back to center. Hands stay behind you. Insoles of your feet together. Butterfly stretch. Stretching into the adductors, your inner thigh. And then if you'd like, you can push yourself forward with your hands, hinging from the hip, creating a bit deeper stretch into those inner thighs. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to all my 10-day Leg and Booty Love Challenge people. I hope you enjoyed day 3. No matter what platform you're on, YouTube or Over 50 Fitness, please drop a comment below. I would love to know what you thought of the workout. Now both legs are straight. Good. Flex your feet. Press yourself forward. The wider your feet, the more intense the stretch, so you adjust your feet accordingly. Pressing the back of the knees towards your mat. And like I said, if you need a plan with your workout, if you want to be serious with your fitness and do it in your home, please check out the information down below. There's both information about Patreon if you want to stay on YouTube, or information about Over 50 Fitness if you want to try us out, and there's a free 14-day trial down below. And release. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you next workout. Bye. Hey, I wanted to show you my spectator that I had for the entire workout. This is just off camera. There's my girl Bella. Hey, Bells. Say hi to everybody on YouTube. Huh?